Welcome, adventurers, to our Descent to Avernus campaign. I'm Shillianth, your host, and let me introduce our amazing players. The Dungeon Master guiding us through the chaos and challenge of Avernus with his creative and unpredictable story chicken, Daft Chicken. How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Hi, everyone.
Awesome. The rogue, who's always one step ahead and ready to strike from the shadows, is Chef, played by Medris. How are you?
All right, thanks. Cheerio.
The artificer whose gadgets and inventions will either save the day or surprise us all, or surprise us all. Ion brings us Doc. What's up, Doc?
What's up? And you have to set the bar so high every time, don't
I
you?
do, I do. I love it. And joining us tonight, playing a mysterious new character whose secrets are sure to unravel as the adventure progresses. Welcome to the table, Chirp. How are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Awesome.
Yippee!
Yay. And I play Snack, the bard warlock whose charms and eldritch magic will entertain and probably endanger the party. Hello to everyone. And with our party ready, let's descend to Avernus. Stuffed Chicken, over to you.
Okay. So quick recap. So last week you freed the demon from the pillars, and with a handy little contract hastily penned by God Goof, you had the true and accurate location of the Hellrider's tomb, which you were pointed to as somebody who knew where the Sword of Zariel was, and essentially a further step towards your quest of essentially saving El Turiel. You made it across the snowy wastes with a few little mishaps, but otherwise unscathed. And you found your way into the crypt, the actual crypt of the Hellriders, where passing some ghostly forms of former Hellriders. You very quickly made your way into this room with these three obelisks with all the names, hundreds of names written upon them. With a little bit of shenanigans and magic, you worked out that the names, or the stones were protected by this necrotic force field, which is quite painful when you touched it. But you also worked out that there are two scrolls in the dungeon that, if burnt, if richly burnt, it will essentially break the seals, allowing you access to the names. And while you were looking around, you also found a little secret room, and in that room was a desk with some journals, which described the tale of Olianthius, one of the top hell-riding knights, who saw the fall of Zariel, and rather than become damned himself, killed himself. However, found himself damned and enslaved by Zariel, forced to defend the crypt of the Hellriders and essentially look after the fallen Hellriders. You worked out very quickly in the journals, due to several pages, that he also dislikes Zariel quite intensely. So as you are in this room, I believe you are still, Lulu is still outside, still looking, or just kind of fixated on this picture of Zariel standing next to a golden mammoth. And you guys are going to start you off still in the room with the journals, debating what to do next.
Can I just... I mean, I don't think there would be, but is there anything else in the room of importance, like any pictures on the wall or anything?
Okay, roll perception. What do you get?
11.
Okay, so there's nothing else obvious in this room. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah. So apart from the table and these journals, yeah, there's nothing. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. However, as you're searching around, you kind of hear this sort of rumbling sound. Almost like a like a large, creature or several creatures, maybe kind of like running like horses. Maybe you sort of sounds like a, horses kind of charging. It's in the distance, but little bits of dust kind of just fall from the crop of the crypt as the crypt almost kind of it's kind of vibrating from the weight of these this hooves.
Does anybody else hear that?
Hear what?
The hooves.
Does Chef hear who?
Roll perception.
Oh, is it Boris?
No. And look, there's more dust.
23 for perception.
23. Yeah, you listen and you sort of for a moment you think you hear them, but then it's actually now quite silent.
No, I don't hear anything.
I definitely heard them.
You sure?
Yes. I'm going to put the journal down since I can't. They don't leave the room, do they?
What, on their own?
No. Like when we tried to take them out, pages start to disappear. Yeah.
It did seem to start rotting the moment you took it out of this room.
Stay there.
So I'll put the journals down. Any important sort of tidbits that we've found, she would have written down in her own little note keeping.
Sure.
I'm gonna leave out here for Lulu.
Oh God.
Are there more sounds again? Oh, what's that dog?
That's your dog. Roll perception.
Tis not dog and doy, tis Boris.
Oh, I didn't know Boris had his own little token.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would you like Doc to send Boris to find out what noises?
I do think we need to keep an eye out on the noise.
Boris, go find noise, come back, tell Snake.
Makes sense.
Lulu, darling, how are you?
Lulu sort of shakes her head, almost like you've distracted her from deep thought as she looks at you and just plays a little tootle on her trumpet, just "Mm." And she's kind of like flies over. She sort of flies over near you, but then for a second reconsiders and goes and stands next to Doc.
Is that
Lulu.
you, Lulu?
Yeah, love Lulu.
You were gigantic. You were a mammoth. What happened?
What? No, that's a picture. I'm just Lulu. I don't remember that.
And that's Zariel, correct?
That's Ariel. Yes. I miss her. She's my friend. I wish she was back being my friend again. We had such fun. You will save her, won't you?
We'll do our best.
Doc and Chef can roll perception, please.
Can Boris roll perception for me?
Yes.
18.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Chef, you sort of you kind of hear this this kind of clanking sound. It's quite faint from where you are.
Is it Boris?
You going out the room to look?
Yeah.
All right. No, it's not.
I hear clanking in the distance. Does it
Yes.
sound like it's coming from further in the tomb?
Yeah, it's getting louder.
So,
Oh, I'm a hide.
it's coming this way, I think.
I'm gonna hide behind a pillar.
You can.
Oh, where did Snake go?
I'm hiding.
Does her hiding work against our perception?
No, Snake, be careful not to touch.
Yes. Sleep.
Boris, make a wisdom save. Okay. A little bit out of character. Boris just comes bolting back into the room and cowers behind you, Doc. The clanking sound is getting louder.
Oh, Boris, what is clanking noise? Oh, tell Snake.
Not me. I'm
Boris
hiding.
is whimpering in fear.
Oh, tis okay, Boris. Tis okay. What is noise? And Doc will walk up and have a look down the hallway.
Okay. As you walk and look up down the hallway, you see a figure. You see a large, heavily armored figure walking towards you. Would you like to provide a description, please, Chirp?
Ooh, scary. Hold on, let me whip up my picture. Please load. Okay. A large, heavily armored figure approaches you. He wields a large flail with a slight blue sheen to it. You cannot see any skin, any fabric except for the cloth that he wears, seemingly as decoration, and the fur on the back of his helmet. The helmet also completely covers the face, and instead of like eyes through the eye slits, there's just a reddish glow. The armor is dark and menacing, and the whole aura is just terrifying. Yippee!
That sounds cool.
The figure approaches you and stands in the doorway, blocking all exits from this room.
Yeah. He's gonna take a quick moment to just look at every person to, note how many of you there are. And with an intimidating tone, he points at you and says, "You are not meant to be here."
Who's really meant to be anywhere?
Huh?
Who's meant to be anywhere? Who can say? Is there a plan?
You have intruded upon, and you have disturbed the dead, and so you will die for this. Okay.
Again?
Saving. Where's it at? Everyone within 30 feet of me has to make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh. Jeff got 8. That's bad.
Okay.
What's your DC?
Everyone below 15.
Yeah,
DC
so everybody
15.
apart from Doc.
Yeah. You are frightened of this creature. And somewhere in my giant character sheet, there is something even more silly and awesome sauce. Can't see. Who is this guy? I don't know the tokens.
That's Doc.
Doc, and he passed.
He's the one who passed. Yep.
Okay.
Can you not?
Then that's all that happens right now.
Okay. Probably one detail that you missed out is can everybody make a perception check?
Okay.
Great heavens.
Okay. Snack. And
25.
yeah, one thing that you will notice is that there is this creature melded into the armor is a symbol of the Hell Riders.
Oh yeah, I did not mention that.
We're friends of the Hell Riders too. It's like peeking around the pole without touching it as best she can.
But you're intruding.
Well, how else are we going to find the Hell Riders? If we're going where the Hell Riders are.
The Hell Riders have been dead for a very long time.
Yeah, and they're trapped. And they don't want to be trapped.
We're trying
know.
to help.
We already
You're
took
trying to free the Hell Riders.
Yes, we already took down all the ones from those sacrifice tree things.
We're trying to unscoop El Churio.
He lessens his guard just a little bit. And he says, I was here to protect the Hell Riders. My name is Elanthius.
The Elanthius?
Yes.
The journal Elanthius?
Yes.
From the journals.
Yes.
Snack would still be scared of you, but she's very impressed.
I mean, what? You one of the people we came to find?
Not
And
fight, free. Help.
Find, not fight.
came to free me.
Find.
Fight, yes.
Because you're gonna get the sword and free the things and save the people and
Yes.
make Lulu happy.
Does
Oh yeah.
Lulu...
I probably noticed Lulu.
You see, you look and you see Lulu is just peeking out from behind one of the stones. So she's kind of like been sort of like hiding there, but she's looking at you, and her eyes are quite big. You instantly recognize her.
Okay. Do I know that she can go small? Is that a thing, or have I only really known her as big?
You know she can be small. In fact,
Okay.
you've mostly seen her as small, but you've yeah.
Oh. Okay. Fear. It kind of just drops as soon as he properly notices Lulu. He's like, Lulu. It's been an age since I've last seen you.
Lulu sort of looks at you, and she looks confused for a minute, and she sort of shakes her head, and she says, I remember," and she comes fluttering over to you, and kind of like sort of flutters around your head, all excited. Oh, you okay? Friend
And
back.
you're okay too. I don't
Where
know
you
what
been?
happened.
What happened? The last time you saw Lulu, she was taking the sword of Zariel with General Zale.
Oh
That was the
yes,
last time you saw her.
guy. I recognize that guy from the notes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I know. Okay. He seems very overjoyed that he's found Lulu again. And he kind of turns to the rest of you and says, "So you're here to free the souls of the Hell Riders?"
Yes.
Yes, amongst other things.
And you
Lu-
know how?
Lulu, do you approve of this person?
Lulu seems to be kind of fluttering around him quite happily, and you get this little waft of joy or psychic joy coming from Lulu.
Hooray! We don't have to die fighting you.
Yippee!
But we're all thinking it.
Yeah. Yeah, he had asked, like, so you're here to free the Hell Riders, and you know how?
We get some scroll, we burn the scrolls, and then we can take the name off the columns or something. Is there details you'd like to fill in, or do you actually want to know how to do it?
Wasn't that information we found in the journal?
Like
No,
the
you found that information when Doc cast Identifier on the stones.
Ah,
Why haven't you freed them?
As far as you know, Chirp, there's only 2 scrolls in this place that he could possibly be referring to. But you were absolutely convinced that they were holy relics in order designed to bring peace, to the Hell Riders and to help rest their souls, rather than the fact that you've obviously been tricked and lied to.
Because the funny thing, when you sign your name on a contract with the devil, they have power. Much like, signing up to some kind of military group where the signature, dedicating your service to a particular person, and then they turn into a devil and claim all your souls.
I
when that
don't need anything. I never realized that those scrolls could have been the way to free them.
so you know where they are. That's fantastic. All we need to do is burn them. Let's go.
Hold on. He was about to go, and he kind of turns back and stops himself. He's like, "Hold on. Surely you're not just here just to free the Hell Riders, and that's it. People like you always want something."
Well, I want to go back to Alturiel, but in order to do that, we need to do all this other sort of stuff. We need to find the swords in the tomb. We need to break the Dow's contract. There's a unicorn and a demon zapper. There's also, we've got to go speak to Kostatici and get his help because we need a hammer. We need to break some orbs, destroy some chains. It's all a lot. By the way, I'm Snack. Actually, I'm Snubbub Shigar Morbash.
maybe redeem Zariel at some point, even.
Yes.
If such a thing is even possible.
I don't believe that creature could ever be redeemed.
I don't know.
No, the redeem, the
Wait.
replace, same thing.
Wait, did you even try? Because
She does not deserve it.
Why?
What do you mean, why? She betrayed us all. She took the lives of so many. She banished me to so long in this godforsaken tomb.
Was she not also abandoned by the Hell Riders?
Was she abandoned by the Hell Riders? Do you know?
I think he's disconnected, but he's like
Great. That's so awesome sauce.
but yes.
That was part of the story. She got abandoned and she forsook the light because she thought that, all the good things she was trying to do. Although the journals that you've written say that, she just liked hunting demons and found that, becoming a devil was the way that she could do that forever. So,
But there was one particular person.
A couple of different stories here.
No, there was.
You cannot convince me otherwise. Zariel is an evil being.
Yeah, I mean, signing up for an
Not deserve to be redeemed.
Signing up for an eternal war against the demons by joining their opposing armies. I mean, that's one way to live forever and keep fighting demons. I don't think it's the most Well, is it really the most efficient way? I don't know. So, you know, she's certainly abandoned a whole bunch of moral compass to do it. Sure. I guess I can understand why you'd have interest in that, as would, most of her followers who didn't want to be devils, I guess.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
There was, from memory, Zariel. So Zariel went to. I might as well do this as like snack, but from memory, Zariel went into Avernus with the Hell Riders and then started to get overwhelmed. So someone ordered a retreat.
Wait, did she come to Avernus to kill devils or demons? Because that makes a big difference.
Demons.
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 Avernus to kill demons. They don't live here.
But wasn't there one particular person who did the...
I mean, this is where the devils fight the demons, sure, but...
Who ordered a recall?
Surely
A surrender.
I mean, if you wanted to fight demons, wouldn't you go to the Abyss?
The Abyss is an infinite plane of demons that most of them, once they come up here, you can actually kill them.
Okay, so they make fair enough.
I believe the person you're thinking of is like Helmut, the vampire who was crucified to the trees.
Yeah?
Was the guy who essentially ordered the retreat and abandoned Zariel and the rest of the Hell Riders to their fate.
Yeah. Sorry, what was his name again?
I think it was like Almond or something.
Helmut?
It was in the journal, wasn't
He should be, yeah. It might be, yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, Haruman.
Killed
Haruman.
him and took his saddle.
Yes, you did kill him. Yeah, Haruman. Oh. No, you didn't. Yeah. Haruman was yeah, the one who essentially ordered the retreat and caused the whole thing to just go sideways.
At the very least, incapacitated him. Who knows if he's actually dead? It's a strange place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you come here being all spooky. Wait. Have you had that? Have you had the means to free the Hell Riders this whole time that you've been here?
If it's the scrolls, then...
Did you not read the scrolls at any point?
No, those scrolls...
Yeah, Sacred Realm.
I did not believe they were for... They were there to keep us at peace. They weren't there to keep us trapped.
How long you been here?
Too long.
That's gonna sting a bit, right?
You can't see his expression.
I mean, you've essentially been protecting the means of your entrapment here.
Is Jeff try to make friend or try to pick fight?
Trying to understand.
Try to rub salt in wound.
Maybe he was scary, and now he's not.
I would argue he can probably still be scary.
I sure he can.
No, please.
What was scary?
Snack would just go back behind the pole. No. Should we describe the characters that you see since?
Get Shilly's blood.
Please do.
Well, Snack is like this 6'3" female orc, scrawny. She's got a tail now too. She's dressed really inappropriately for an adventurer. She's got like a designer bodice and a short A-length skirt. and a jacket. Um, uh, how is it described? It's a fur coat, beautifully warm, made by some very cute baby-looking things.
Baby seals.
Leaves a small trail of blood. Wherever she goes, several creatures stick together. But she's got like bright red lips. And yeah, she's just like a hot mess. And that's Snack. Terrible.
Okay.
Perfectly
yeah, so
fit for adventuring.
Fit for adventuring. Yeah. So the coat to you can see the actual coat. The coat looks like it's made of baby seals still alive, sewn together to form a coat. Yet they're still kind of bleeding, and these things you can see them. They're their eyes and stuff, and they look like they look like they're permanently in pain. However, Snack doesn't seem to notice that part.
Okay, so fit for adventuring, of course.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal and sane.
Yes, I'm Snubbub Shigamorbash, best-selling author in Baldur's Gate. Maybe you've heard of me. And she'll reach out a hand to handshake.
I suppose he'll accept it. He has a very firm grip.
Ooh.
Expect
a strong handshake.
And she's got like perfect nails. Very like and she's got a handbag too.
Okay.
That's
so
got some
fit for
yeah, like there's silver spikes on it because the whole thing. So embarrassing. Yeah, that's Snack.
Shield strapped to her back.
Oh yeah, I'm also carrying a big golden shield. That's got
the face.
Yes.
That you I know him.
Yeah. We like to call him Shieldy. Because Gargooth is a little scary.
Gargooth is pussycat.
To you? He stopped Snack for sitting down for weeks. But yeah, that's Snack. I don't know if Chef or Doc
I'd
wants to go
argue
next.
that was Snack's own fault.
It was an innocent question. It is always Snack's fault, but it was an innocent question that was interpreted in nefarious means.
Of course.
Chef, would you like to go next?
Sure. So Chef is a bit under 6 feet. He's kind of lightly built, sort of angular features, very pale skin. His clothing is sort of dark. It looks like a cross between leather armor and what you'd expect a chef to wear. A strange combination. So it looks kind of sharp.
Oh god.
Carrying a short sword, and he's got a short bow on his back. He's also got red eyes, has a weirdly echoey voice, sharp pointy teeth, and 6 fingers on each hand. He looks sort of approachable and yet also sort of untrustworthy. As if he's going to sell you something that you don't really need, but you'll end up buying anyway.
That's a good vibe.
And you just know that he'll then disappear when you don't want it anymore.
And then Doc.
So Doc, you see a 3-foot tall, black-skinned kobold with these massive yellow eyes, which take up about half of his face with his goggles, which make him actually look quite a bit bigger. He's wearing a suit of armor that looks sort of welded together with a whole lot of pieces of metal that shouldn't really go together. And on his belt he has a huge cacophony of tools that start with hammers, and then there are cables and springs and screwdrivers, and it's a utility belt that looks like it's come from a horror show. And beside Doc is a little, I shouldn't say little, it's actually bigger than Doc is, a mechanical weasel.
Damn.
My name is Eruditus Doctus, but you may call me Doc. And this is Boris. And as he says it, Boris runs around behind you and sort of sniffs at your feet and up your leg, and then jams his nose into your posterior.
Yeah,
And then
that's very dog-hooded.
And then he sort of sees Lulu and starts sort of jumping around at Lulu's feet, trying to get Lulu to play.
Aww.
That's pretty sweet.
Lulu joins in. If she's in a happy place.
Hell
She
yeah.
kind of bounces around, on all fours, but because he can fly, she's like bounce and bounce and bounce. Bit like a Tigger.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Back to my giant paragraph of information. Alanthius kind of takes in all of you properly now.
Do you live here?
Yes. I'm always forced to come back. I have to protect the spirits.
So you know every inch of this place?
Definitely.
Well, I think it makes things a lot easier.
What will you do when spirits are free?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I wrote that down actually.
We're about to.
Well, when the spirits are free, I'll be free.
So you're about to fulfill your life goal. Or unlife goal. Unlife goal?
Well, the being free is not my life goal.
I want to be polite. I mean, you may be undead, maybe, but you're not unperson. You're important.
He kind of just goes past that question. He says, if the souls are free, then I'm free to leave.
Or perhaps
Would you like to leave?
What?
Would you like to leave?
I would.
Well, if we destroy the scrolls and that sets you free, perhaps you could come along with us to then unscoop El Turiel. Insider knowledge and all.
He kind of thinks about it for a moment. And he says, I will help you, and you will help me. Yes?
What do you want?
I'm going to need a diversion for something. Of course, you don't have to be the diversion. But I plan on having a minor confrontation with Zariel herself.
Only a minor confrontation? Why not a final confrontation?
Minor
Lulu
confrontation.
stops pouncing
Just
and looks at you.
being catty at a party or something?
Hold on, I need to turn you.
I mean, you hate her, we get that. Surely that would be more than a minor confrontation. Or
There will be a confrontation, and I will.
a sharp, pointy confrontation.
Perchance.
Are there swords in here, by the way?
Are there swords in here?
There
Are you
are.
talking about specific swords or just regular swords?
Oh, this is a good question. I mean, Zariel's sword, and I believe there are some other special swords in here too.
Well, that's a fair one. How likely are you to tell us whether or not there are, some specialist equipment that might help us on our way to helping you confront Zariel? I mean, we fear the Hellrider spirits. Their equipment, if there's any still here, is not going to go to use. So it'll eventually just be stolen by something. That's not really a good way to, remember them.
Do I know if there are any random things and specific things in this place that would help them?
Okay. You do know. So all of the armor and weapons in this place essentially are ex Hellriders armor and weapons.
Hmm?
You if they are asking about a specific sword,
A very specific sword.
a very specific sword, you know exactly where it is, but it's not here.
Why, is there like magic stuff here?
There are only the armor pieces worn by my fallen comrades. I doubt they would be much better use than what you currently wear. He glances over at whatever the hell Snack is wearing.
But are you telling me the entire company came here for worse than me? That's not reassuring, sir.
I don't believe it would have been his fault how they dressed. No
No.
one tells me how I dress.
Yeah, you do
Uh,
you.
so
I noticed.
isn't it divine? So is Zariel's sword here?
No.
Oh,
But I
you
do
know
know
where?
where it is.
where is it?
Will you help me?
You?
Okay.
Do you want Snack to sign something to that effect?
Snick is always quick to sign deal. Ask
I
for
am not one of those devils. I will not take your soul in a contractual binding.
if you were, Snick would give quickly.
Oh, I don't. I haven't signed any deals. I gave him an autograph.
Ah, yep.
He was a fan. And I got this jacket.
You did.
Does a twirl. Little blood splatter.
I know no devil's ever upset if somebody gets it. Nothing bad could possibly happen as a result of that. Yep.
Okay, I think Elanthea seems pretty convinced that you guys are pretty chill like that. And he'll nod and say, okay.
Well,
You can get us out of this tomb. Then I will join you. I will help you in your
But the
quest.
exit's just behind you. Oh, sorry, you mean the scroll.
yeah. Free him free him from the servitude of his contract with Zariel.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so where are the scrolls?
I know where the scrolls are, right?
You do.
Okay. Oh, they're that way.
Oh, not that way.
Is there anything dangerous in this tomb that we should know about?
Is there anything dangerous in this tomb that we should know about? I feel like
So all the Hellriders in this tomb, to you, are not dangerous. You do know that there is a set of tombs which are just slightly different, but you haven't really paid them very much attention, even in the hundreds of years that you've been here. They are just ignored as special.
But I know where the scrolls are, and I can just easily
Yes.
get to them. Easy peasy.
Yes. Yep. I'll drive it if everybody wants to follow you. I will move your token for you. Well, in fact, I'll move Lulu and you can follow. If that's the which way you wish to go.
Yes.
Well, I would love to be freed.
He would love to get paid. And free everybody, of course.
So you wander. You start walking through. You start walking through this crypt. And as you pass like the urns of the ghosts stand and they salute Oleanthius as he moves past.
Well, that's convenient. Let's see. Oh, there's the map.
This map is crazy stuff.
I know, right?
I know it's very normal. Or rowdy.
You head to a blank wall, where you very quickly kind of touch a few panels, and the wall kind of slides open, revealing a room that was once behind a secret door. And this room, essentially, the bottom of this room is just filled with mist. It's not a room; it's a room that you know about, but you never really go in here.
So this is where you keep your mist. I don't know. He wants to be a entrance.
And as you step in and as you disturb this ankle deep mist, it parts to reveal a ritual circle daubed in blood upon the floor. You see hundreds of slivers of parchment are arranged within it, each tiny strip bearing a name written neatly in blood. You know the names. You know every single name on this piece of parchment.
Like,
of
kind
course.
of signed in blood. How did you people not know that this was a problem?
Maybe they just ran out of ink.
Maybe they were all like Snick.
I mean, okay, the ink issue I can understand. In Avernus, ink is hard to come by, I imagine. Blood,
Authors?
you can spare a bit each, I guess. It's hard to write with, though.
I didn't see the warnings.
Unless you water it down. That makes it easier. So, this is the scrolls.
These are the scrolls?
Yeah, you Oleanthius are unable to enter into this room.
Oh, of course I'm not. That's so normal.
So that's... Oh, so it's been just outside of your reach all this time. That kind of does.
You guys are not good for this guy.
But we're here to free him. He
To
can
help.
finally have freedom.
We're helping. Can we...
How much he badly wanted to do anything about it before, he couldn't, because he just couldn't get in because he was prevented. Now we're here to fix that.
Okay, so are there any obvious traps?
Roll investigation. No.
All right, Snack's just gonna walk
obvious. In. Okay.
Snake, before you go, Doc, need to tell you something.
Yes, darling?
Be very careful, and Doc will cast guidance on Snake.
Oh no, it's lit.
Be careful of what?
Careful of everything.
Very well. Thank you.
Chef would like to help you look over stuff to make sure that nothing dangerous, or at least immediately dangerous.
She's gonna hyper focus on the next square to her right and make the next step to make sure that's safe for her to walk into.
Okay. Yeah, you take a step to the right, and as you step in, the mist kind of parts around you, and you can see that you're standing on the edge of this ritual circle, which is drawn in blood. So it's kind of like the circle is in the center of the room, and there's like a few feet around the outside where you can walk. So you can walk around the entire outside of the room without stepping in this circle.
Had this guy ever seen this ritual circle before?
I assume I have.
No, you haven't, because
Okay.
you cannot enter the room, and whenever you've looked in this room that you knew was there, it was full of mist.
Uh,
I love this effect. I need to ask Amelia to see if she can figure out how to make it done on stage signings.
And as you say that, you hear this sort of this kind of like rumbling sound as the kind of the ground near you parts, and this zombified hand kind of just tears out of the ground, and climbing out of this hole, standing before you is Amelia, and she is looking particularly worse for wear. One of her eyes has now kind of fallen out; it's just like dangling down there. There's not an awful lot of skin left on her. Her clothes are in tatters, and she looks at you. You've summoned me again.
We need to find out how to do this mist to for future book signings. It's fantastic. Look at this. Flicking a leg around and like not stepping into the blood circle, but like wavering it to try and reveal more of it.
Okay, so you're kind of swirling your coat around to kind of part the mist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amelia looks at you and looks at your coat and looks at you and says, yes, mistress.
Also, you need to do something about this. Like, pop it back in.
She just pushes it back in.
Thank you, darling.
It falls out.
Figure out a way to make it stay. It's icky.
Snack, do you have an employee health program at all? Like, what happens if somebody dies in your service? Do you try to help them somehow?
I mean, unscooping arterial will help.
I think Amelia might like more than that.
Well, I'd like more than that for Amelia too.
Like, to be alive.
Uh-huh.
As you say that, Amelia sort of turns her head quickly to look at you, Chef. And as she does, her eyeball just kind of slaps across her face as it falls out again. Pushes back in.
Well, I think, part of our plan should be to help Amelia here, because
I have helped her. I've asked her to keep it in.
he clearly is an amazingly loyal employee who definitely hasn't been trapped into an infernal contract.
It was a loyalty clause within the contract, yes.
Yep.
So that she couldn't be resurrected by someone who wants to know my secrets. Standard in the author business.
Wait. Who can't be resurrected by somebody who wants to know your secrets?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Like my next book, all those type of details.
Because, you know a cleric.
Yes.
He'd like to know certain secrets about you, but, vague wording in contract.
Amelia has the contract somewhere.
Does Amelia?
My assistant.
But does Amelia have it somewhere?
I assume so. I asked her to put it somewhere safe.
Wait, does this make her subcontracted to your boss?
I don't know. Does anybody recognize this symbol? She'll fan the cloak more. Blood.
Can Doc make an Arcana check on the symbol?
Absolutely.
I'll do that too.
Okay. Number yes, it's an arcane symbol. Dot, it's an arcane symbol that binds. Essentially, it's a binding ritual in there that prevents anything from inside or these bits of paper leaving. It's part of the whole binding spell.
Okay, so would I know how to desecrate the circle?
Yes.
Could
Is
I
that
just
that
could I
happens to
just
break the binding?
can I just kind of kick the pictures of the circle until they're gone and then not worry about it, or
Yeah, if that's what you do.
is that what would stop it from working?
That's what you believe.
Okay, in that case, Doc will sort of walk to the doorway, and he's going to start to cast prestidigitation
Mhm.
to change the circle so that it's no longer a binding circle.
Okay. Yep. So you cast this, and you essentially you mess up the runes, kind of rubbing bits out, and you do break the circle. And as you do, the mist dissipates, and all the little bits of paper are just kind of now instantly in a pile in the middle.
No, we want to be careful to get this right. Yes.
Doc's going to continue to cast prestidigitation with the circle of binding,
Mhm.
and he's going to change it to for a good time, call Zircon, and then just a random number on it.
Oh god,
Okay.
that's great.
All right. Yeah. You change the infernal runes to read that as it goes around the outside. Yep.
Wait.
So you've definitely broken the binding circle, but the you
Oh.
know the souls are still here. And as you break this binding circle, all the kind of jars and urns kind of around you, you kind of like hear the sort of like crack, and the ghosts of the Hell Riders are now visible above their urn, their funerary urns. And they're all just kind of looking at you. There's quite a few in this room, but they are still bound here.
You know,
Oh,
for hilarious practical joke effect, you can turn it into a summoning circle, and so when they call Zircon, he actually is summoned here.
For like 2 seconds randomly.
Yeah, for a good time. Then it's long enough for him to come here, give them a pamphlet, and then leave. Ba-dum-tsh. Sorry.
That'll teach him for going AFK.
Mhm.
Where is he here? Almost.
binding circle is broken. A snake gets scroll.
Okay.
Are the scrolls in little pieces, or is it all together?
There
The
we...
scroll seems to be hundreds and hundreds of little pieces of names on it.
Can it be reassembled with, I don't know, mending or something?
Oh, I think I have that.
Isn't that like a cantrip thing?
Can I use mending?
Mending is a cantrip, but that wasn't what your instructions were of how to break the thing.
Oh, that's
it?
true.
Don't remember from the identify spell. Of what
We
you
have to
Oh.
burn it.
Oh, ritual burning. Yes.
All right. Do we need a ritual circle to burn the ritual things?
Or is that sacred flame? Scarred flame?
Sacred flame is not fire.
Okay.
If we find somewhere we can put and burn, a dog can make spark to catch fire.
Well, what does he identify? What did the identify tell us to do?
No, big metal man. Is there a place we can put into bigger and to burn together?
Who are you asking?
Oleanthus.
Is that?
Well, I mean, you're looking at a room that's quite neatly contained.
So that room would do.
Totally.
Yeah.
Maybe snake stand out of room before dog set on fire.
I could fireball.
Maybe dog will stand well back.
I think he will also take a few steps back, judging on everyone else's reaction.
Yeah, Snack's gonna stand back too, just cause like
Oh, no.
she's seen Doc move
Lily.
back.
Lily stands back.
No matter how far back snake stands, dog is gonna take like an extra 20 feet.
What are you planning?
I'm going to shoot a fireball in there to burn the scrolls.
Jeff, maybe move, Jeff.
What could go wrong? Okay.
Is that
You always like this.
is that a question you feel qualified to ask?
Certainly. Boom. Fireball.
Okay.
Do, do, do,
Um,
do, do.
Yep, you cast fireball, and this is kind of a small mote of fire kind of gently floats into the room, and as it gets into the room, it detonates, filling this entire room. It was this raging inferno, and all around you, you see these spirits of the Hell Riders. The kind of the famous thing, their spirits just sort of like shimmer and then just kind of rise up and disappear. Because all around you, these Hell Riders are just kind of rising up.
I did it! Just jumping around,
Alan-
clapping, doing like a
Alan,
little happy
Is this
dance.
what you wanted to happen? Is this good?
He nods. He's mostly like looking up at the souls.
So this is souls being freed, not souls being destroyed by the magical effect. Good. Good. As long as this is what you wanted.
You feel a great weight off you as the fire crackles and consumes, and you feel your binding, or your essentially your binding that you were forced into is released. You are no longer bound to this tomb. But as that happens, you also hear several thunks coming from the north. It sounds like lids hitting the floor.
Is it like angry smash into the ground or like accidental?
Difficult to tell.
Mm.
Were you the only guardian of this tomb?
I was the
Maybe.
main one. I suppose I've
Uh-huh.
lost the power now that I've lost the tomb.
Do you want to maybe expand on main one? Maybe
Do
give
I?
it a heads up as to what other
I don't know,
ones.
Chef. You seeing anyone down?
What does Chef see? Do they look angry? Do they look like they have fun?
You see several undead warriors approaching you. They are not what the hell? That's weird. They're all heavily armored. What the fuck? But they are wielding swords, wearing this sort of like black armor, and you can see that none of them have the symbols of the Hell Riders upon them. At which point, you might as well all just roll initiative.
Snack's just not paying attention. She's so happy, clapping. She did a thing.
You did do a thing.
Big
And when you
fireball.
ask what could possibly go wrong, this is one of them. Oh, I got 8. That's so bad. That's so bad.
Snack's just busting to ask all sorts of questions about Jack.
About who?
Jack Danger.
Jack Danger?
Yes.
I remember that name.
Yeah,
I
well,
do.
you would
Probably
remember.
Oleanthius does not, but I do.
Olia just doesn't, but you would, yeah. It would have been after your time.
Would
was
Jack
that
be
the
free
the
too?
hunky fighter?
Yeah.
Yes, he was, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
him?
he made it here. Okay. Yeah. So these kind of armored warriors are marching down the corridor towards you. I believe it's Boris goes first.
Yeah, he should go straight after me, but I don't know why it's done that.
Because you clicked on Boris when you rolled initiative.
Yeah, it won't let me click on dock anymore, but that's all right.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway.
You and Boris can go first.
Same thing.
Yep.
Big mid-one. Are these friends of yours? Yes? No?
No. They do not bear the symbol. They are not my men.
So Doc will pull a little tube off his belt and quickly stuff a bag full of what look like little marbles in it, and he will hold it up to his shoulder, and it will cannon fire a whole lot of marbles out that, as they're flying, will become little insects that begin to swirl around him faster and faster as he casts Spirit Guardians.
Radius?
15 foot.
15 feet. That explains why you had an aura.
And then he is going to climb onto Boris. And that will be the end of his turn. And for Boris's turn, Boris is going to run around the corner and stand in front of Chef.
Okay. End turn?
Yes, that will be the end of his turn.
Cool. Roll damage, please.
I think it popped up on there, did it?
Yeah, it did. 14. Type of damage?
It is radiant damage, DC 18.
Okay. Oleanthius, I believe you're up next.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot of guys, isn't it? And they're all lined up. How wonderful. Can't do anything about it. Okay, let's get jiggy with it, because it will kind of just be funny. I'll cast Shield of Faith just for sillies.
Okay.
And that will set my AC to 25.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a bonus action. Or an action. One bonus action. Awesome sauce. Even better. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the first one really hard with my very, very violent looking flail.
Okay, so this flail is so you're using it two-handed? Holy crap. Okay, so yeah, so you drop your shield.
He has the animated shield.
Yeah, I know. So as you
What?
drop your shield, the shield just kind of floats up in front of you as you grip this weapon with two hands.
That's cool.
Wait. So this Hell Riders commander had a whole bunch of fancy stuff that the Hell Riders didn't? There's all kinds of levels of disparity here.
Uh-huh. The boss gets what the boss wants.
Maybe Jeff should write letter of complaint.
Absolutely.
Tazariel. Bring it up to her later.
Okay, so
It's like it was designed to fail. The whole crusade. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Winky face.
alright, let me just
Double nat.
double nat 20s on your first roll of the day.
Holy shit.
Okay. Let me just have a quick look. I need to edit that. That's actually you needed to take the damage there. That's some extra damage.
Even more extra damage?
Yes, you've just clicked the frostbone. You get 3d6 base because of the frost. Okay. Please, are you putting anything else into this?
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. I might as well.
Might as well.
Let's just use a random divine smite. What level should I use? Chat.
Oh, the
Any
biggest.
level you want.
The best?
biggest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Start out with a bang.
I use a third level spell slot.
Okay.
So it's automatically doubled because they're undead.
Extra dice because they're undead.
Yeah, extra dice. One extra dice per level, isn't it?
No, just one extra dice.
Damn.
So you get.
So it's normally.
It's normally 2d8, but you get 3d8 because it's undead.
3d8,
At
48,
first level.
5d8.
Yeah.
Because it's
That doubled.
double. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 10d8. Okay. And so you've got 2d6. You need to roll another 2d6 for the cold.
Great heavens.
Okay. And you have a +7 on your damage.
Yes.
Which isn't quite listed there. Why is that not working? Okay, all right, I'll come back to that later. Okay, so you just basically you just rock up to this this creature, and you know with this massive overhead swing, you just kind of like crash down upon it. There is a flash of this kind of this unholy light from your weapon, and everybody just kind of gets not only do you get kind of almost blinded by it, you also kind of feel this cold radiating off this smack. As you did a total of 69.
100,
How much?
100 damage.
100 points of damage. Okay.
You say unholy?
100.
Okay. You literally just obliterate this creature standing in front of you.
Oh my god. You hear a little
Okay.
squeak at the back from.
I think the skeleton, the corpse just explodes.
Yeah. Second attack.
Oh yeah, second attack.
There's another one. Jeez.
What?
I step forward.
Yep. Okay. So just a normal attack. So why is that not? Oh, it's just listing it right. Okay, so what's that? 21.
21 damage. Yeah.
And all this time with Karen, I thought that flails were just a joke weapon.
This is like kind of a buffed up flail, to be fair.
Yeah.
It is very, very magic.
Yeah,
yeah. The head of it is really big. Yeah.
Oh, it's a size thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's well, like Sauron's mace in the movies Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's got that massive head on it. Yeah, it's like that, but it's a two-handed version of that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, this thing just takes a massive, great chunk as you sort of bash into its armor.
Some sauce.
Right.
It's turn.
Okay. The creature attempts to attack you. First of all, it kind of gazes at you with this like horrendous dead gaze. Can everybody who can see it, which is Doc and Jeff, make a wisdom saving throw versus fear?
Is this the first one on the line?
Yes.
Me too, or nah?
You're immune.
6.
Oh, great.
First of all, it can take another 14 radiant damage from the Spirit Guardians.
Does Chef nope out there?
Chef, these things are terrifying.
You get 6.
Yeah. Doc. Oleanthius, is Doc an ally?
Yes.
What is your bonus?
Oh my god, paladin! High level paladins! I've never played a high level paladin before. Let's check.
Paladin that causes fear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just a silly little guy paladin. You gain a bonus to the saving throw equal to my charisma modifier, which is 3. So you get +3.
Okay.
In that case, I'll also use a Flash of Genius for a +5.
Then you pass. You feel emboldened by Oleanthius as well. So this creature then wings, then attempts to attack Oleanthius with its fist, and I believe AC 24 is a miss.
It is a miss.
Yeah, it just slams against you helplessly.
This guy's law accurate, great heavens.
Okay. None of the others can get to you. Lulu. Lulu flies up, and she looks like she wants to be helpful. Do you think Lulu can be helpful?
Always.
She can't. There's not enough room. All right. She's kind of like hesitate, like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And doesn't do anything. Chef.
Can Chef move?
Yes, you are. You cannot move any closer to them, and you are afraid of it.
Hiding, looking back around the corner.
Okay.
Nope.
Snack.
Okay. Snack would have seen, I guess, the blood splatter of one.
Yeah, you heard this sort of massive, like, crunch.
20. I'm gonna poke up here. Hex that first one.
Okay.
And then blast.
Yeah, you're both your bolts of energy fly wide. You miss.
scooches back down.
Okay.
But he's hexed, so you know.
He is hexed, yeah.
Next up.
Doc.
Okay, so Doc is... Doc on his turn is gonna... How many can he actually see down this line?
7.
So you can actually see all the way to the back of them?
Yep.
Okay. So he is going to cast Sacred Flame as his action. So he's gonna pull out what looks like a Roman candle and light it and aim it at the second one down the line. So I think they have to make a dex save.
Failed.
So it's 2d8.
Right. Yeah, your sacred flame burns into this creature.
And then he's actually going to command Boris to move up. So it will also have to make a wisdom save.
Which fails. So it takes more radiant damage.
Another 7 radiant damage.
Okay. Yep, there's just your little bits of balls of metal just kind of start slamming into this and burning it.
And that is Doc's turn.
Oleanthius.
Cool. I'm going to not do anything as super interesting, and I'm just going to try and hit it really hard with my awesome flare.
Okay. 17 is a miss.
Damn. Okay, I will hit him again. There we go. That's better. That's more like it.
Yeah, 28 is a definite hit. You smash the thing as it buckles down onto one knee. 14 points of damage.
Mhm.
Okay. It looks nearly dead.
Cool.
In fact, can we have a spirit guardians, please?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. Okay, your guardians just, you know, your they look like little steel balls, right?
Yeah.
Swirling around it. Yeah, so these balls just kind of fly into this creature that's kind of buckled down. It's kind of he's on his knees before Oleanthius, and these balls just shred it. It is destroyed. The creature behind steps forward and tries to attack you. And misses. Your shield, every time it tries to scratch you, your shield just kind of bats it back. As they move forward.
Oh, ha! He just moved forward into my range?
Yep. He did.
It's crazy stuff. Do I have something about that? Oh, no, I don't. It's the other one.
No.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the other feat! Oh, no!
Do you want
Plans
another
have been
Spirit
foiled.
Guardians?
Huh?
Let's see, do you want another Spirit Guardians for the one that's just moved in?
Oh, I've done it already. Okay, so Lulu comes up behind you. And she sort of gets a kind of, you know, she gets really quite agitated when she sees this creature trying to attack you. She kind of moves up and she flies over your shoulder and she lets out this like massive like honk out of her trunk. But instead of like, you know, vast kind of sound waves, all these kind of little motes and sparks and sparkles just come kind of blasting out. And all of them. What is the range? 30 feet. All of them. Okay, every single one of them fails their saving throw. But this blast, it's kind of loud. It reverberates through the entire cavern, as every single one of them will take 22 points of radiant damage. The first one is it's just destroyed, and so on down the line. These creatures, if they weren't mindless, they would probably be running away. Chef.
Yep. Is he still as scared?
No. You've bravened up. You found your big boy pants, and you're feeling a little bit braver.
All right. Come up to the corner to assess the situation.
You can see 5 of these creatures left in this corridor.
They're not going to any other corridor. They're just standing in line, basically.
Yeah, as you can see them. Yeah, they seem to be kind of marching, or almost charging, but marching towards Olianthius's inevitable demise of them.
I guess there's not really much he can do.
All right, what can you do?
He'll come back down to this room and stand guard at this door.
Okay.
Because there's not really anything else to do.
Right. Can we have another spirit guardians, please?
Oh, you can.
Unless I could start searching the room. I don't know. That could take a little bit longer than combat turns, though, I guess.
You can. 18.
Yeah, make himself useful.
All right. This creature steps towards you. It tries to slam on you twice, hitting AC 24 again.
No.
Oh.
Crazy.
The next one steps in, and so on down the line. Bringing us down to Snack.
Gonna take a peek up here.
Yep. So you now see that in front of Olianthius there's a big pile of twisted metal where these armored figures are just like crushed beneath beneath this massive mace. You know, they're kind of dented up and destroyed. There's almost starting to get a bit of a pile going.
So the hex would have moved to the next one.
If you move it to the next one, you can. Yep.
Yep. And then she's gonna try and blast.
So your first bolt kind of goes wide, as you're obviously just trying to impress the newbies. But your second one, your second Eldritch Blast hit the creature square in the chest, and you blast a massive great hole in the center of it as it kind of collapses onto the floor.
Sorry, the third one was an extra click.
That's right.
So I got the killing blow.
You got the killing blow, yes.
So does that add to the extra Like, I've already got
Yeah,
6. Do I now have 12?
No. Yeah, it replaces, it doesn't stack.
Okay. She still does, like, the happy dance, kick her feet. Like, yeah, I did something helpful. And bonus action.
You've done it already.
Did I?
You've bonus action.
Hex.
Yeah, you moved your hex,
You're
which is
right.
a bonus action.
Okay, my bad. I was just gonna stand there celebrating then.
Okay. Boris and Doc.
Doc's just going to rinse and repeat, pull another Roman candle from his belt, light it, and point it at the second one in line.
Okay, yeah, damage. It fails to dodge completely, and you just kind of slam into it with this radiant energy. Okay. Leanne, sorry, is that the end of your turn?
I'm just going to command Boris to move up, or to use his action to move up when Oleanthus moves.
Okay. Cool. Oleanthius.
I move up.
Yeah. Doc follows you with Boris.
Then I'm gonna do the usual now.
Okay. Around damage. Yep. Okay. Yes, I got the next one with the radiant. So Oleanthius, yeah, 21 hit. And again, you just crush this thing into the ground. It's just this plate armored creature is just crushed under the weight of your massive blow.
I move up. He's just going through them. I do it again.
You do it, yes, and you do it again. This one, however, sort of kind of holds his shield up as you bring down your mace, and your mace kind of smashes into the shield, and you hear this kind of crack as the bones of the arm just kind of shatter under the weight of this blow.
Yep. Of course. End of turn.
Okay. Lulu hovers around looking pretty. Yeah. You're searching.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk into this room, and this room is full of urns on the floor, all of which seem to be kind of cracked and empty as you kind of look around. You can roll perception.
And the room we're in didn't have anything to search.
No, it did. Oh, you can search there. Yeah, I mean, you basically will start walking around looking through, sort of these urns, and essentially all you're finding is, kind of arms and armor is stuck on the walls. Suits of Hellrider armor, and all of these urns around. All of them appear to be empty now.
Right. Is any of these arms or armor actually still in decent condition, or is it all like aged and falling apart?
It's not falling apart. So I mean, it is serviceable, but it's definitely aged. It's been sitting around for 100 years or so.
So nothing stands out suspiciously good condition.
Nothing stands out as suspiciously good condition. No.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep searching.
Okay.
May as well tidy up while they're doing stuff.
I think we're back to Snack.
I'll move the hex and Eldritch Blast.
The first one hits. Can you roll your hex damage, please?
That's the rolls I know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so you're kind of your bolt sort of blast this kind of the arm back, and you can see that hairs are rent in the armor of this thing, but you fail to kill it. And as the creature kind of reaches up about to rip into Oleanthius, The balls of energy that Doc has swirling around him again just rip into this creature and just shred it before he even has a chance to react. The next one behind steps forward to attack you. And AC 23 is going to miss. Doc.
Rinse and repeat. Gonna do another Sacred Flame on the one standing at the back.
Okay. Damage.
It's there in the chat. 12.
12. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Again, you hit this thing. Just takes it. Leaving. Yep.
And then just command Boris to move up again.
All right. Oleanthius.
You're not gonna believe it. Big flail time.
You cave the head of this creature in. You just helmet just splat, and the helmet just kind of compresses down to about that as the entire body just collapses upon the floor.
And I step forward.
Mm-hmm. Again, this creature raises its shield to defend itself, and you shatter its arm as it kind of is now shield falls limp by its side. This thing looks very close to death as Boris kind of trots up behind you, and a swirling mass of balls and radiant shit around it just again shred into this creature as it is shredded by Doc. You are no longer in initiative. Everything goes quiet. Oleanthius, you are unscathed.
Completely untouched.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he'll probably like brush off his armor a little bit. His shield deactivates and returns to where it normally sits. Just turn around. As if that wasn't literally the most impressive thing I've ever done in my entire life.
I'm speechless. That was amazing.
Doc is very impressed. Now can you help me pick up my balls?
How many are there? There's hundreds of them, right?
There's hundreds of them all over the ground. They've sort of stopped moving, and there's just a hallway full of these little things just rolling around. And he's crawling around on his hands and his knees trying to scoop them up again.
Olanthius seems slightly unsure what to do when being complimented, probably because he has not really talked to a nice person in a very long time. And he'll pause for a moment, process it, and then, yep, he will help pick up all the balls. You did just save his soul. It's the least he can do to repay the favor.
Would you like me to ask Amelia to come help?
Are they the kind of balls that, Doc could pick up with a magnet on a string? Because that'd be a good idea.
I think that might just be an invention waiting to happen.
It could be. As you call for Amelia, Amelia comes and helps.
Oh, no.
Doc has to be right back 1 minute.
She's crawling around on her hands and knees, leaving a bit of trails of body parts behind her. She's kind of scraping her knees off, and the flesh is all kind of like a bit stuck and rotten. So as she's kind of crawling on her knees, after only a few minutes, you can now see bone through the kneecap. As she has literally worked herself through the bone for you.
We really need to find something to help you. Oleandus, do you know anything that would help restore my assistant to a more fleshy look?
based on how she looks, it might be best to just let her spirit free.
She's been my best assistant so far.
She's literally falling apart.
It depends whether or not you want to save her soul or not. I mean,
What
if
does
you
her
abandon,
soul have to do with this? She's
I
leaving bits of knee on the floor.
yeah, I mean, you could try and bring her to life, or you could abandon her in Avernus.
Have I abandoned her? I'm right here with her.
If you released her soul in Avernus here, where is it going to go?
I don't know. Could we make a coin out of it? He's like really excited.
Why don't you release her from whatever diabolic contract you might have
Did you just
hurt
suggest
her with?
Did you suggest making a soul coin out of your employee?
I know
Yeah.
it's genius.
What do you think happens to soul coins?
They get spent.
What do you think happens to the soul when the soul coin gets spent?
They're already dead, darling.
I can assure you that
That's kind of
just
your
because the body is gone doesn't mean the soul is dead. I think you quite literally just had a very good example of that as you blew up all of my comrades' souls and saved them.
Well, that's what that's a slightly different.
I love Snack. She's so vague. Okay.
I mean, soul coin in the war machine is kind of like, throwing another log onto the fire. The log doesn't fare very well after.
Sorry, my alignment just changed.
I didn't picture Chef as being able to take the moral high ground on things, but hey, we're here.
I mean, her body's worn down, and I need to ensure that nobody can bring her back to take all my secrets. So turning into a soul coin seems like the perfect solution for me.
Eternal destruction of a soul. That's the go-to thing here.
She's dead already.
And we
She
see that
doesn't look very dead.
death does not have to
Falling
be.
apart.
Yes, she's so dead, she's
Alive?
falling apart. So we turn her into a coin. We have to talk to Belle. She's just gonna kick some of the balls towards Doc, to make it easier. If we talk to Belle and she's gonna wander off in her own little thing, we talk to Belle, turn Amelia into a coin. We get an extra coin that we can use for something. Oh, maybe never-ending lipstick again. Oh, in a different shade.
Alethea he looks over at Doc and then
Maybe,
and then back at Doc while still picking up balls on the ground.
I think
And he's
that
just
it's like
silent, but I think you
maybe
can probably tell exactly what he's thinking.
maybe you should ask Amelia. Would she like to be brought back to life, or does she want to be loose change?
She wouldn't be changed. She'd be a soul coin.
She'd be completely destroyed.
Like this one pulls one of them out. What was the... You described them...
Yeah,
the young boy with a lame leg reaching for his
up.
loot.
Yeah.
See, it
Reaching
should be
out.
just like this.
Because these are all souls in desperate need of help, and they turn to awful bargains.
Like Amelia, she's in desperate need of help.
but the deal is a deal.
Puts it away.
Yeah.
See, Doc gets it.
Okay.
So...
Just remember this, Nick. A deal is a deal.
Yes. So maybe like a little confused.
Fjord has a kind of quite a sarcastic smile going on.
Like yours right
Yeah, a little bit.
now. Oh god damn it.
Mm.
So what else do we have to do? Yeah. Swords. Swords. We need swords. The sword.
Well, we should potentially search through the place, see if there's any useful equipment left behind. If there's any else.
Olianthius knows there isn't, but you can roll investigation actually.
That's a weakness. Investigation, I'm not good at. Perception is good. Investigation, not so much.
Oh, then roll perception.
He's more of an immediate. Okay. He's more the immediate surroundings type of 28.
Are you helping pick up the balls?
He wasn't up there, sorry.
Well, I mean, they're going to be out there for about 10 minutes, probably picking up all these balls.
Ugh, I guess so then.
You are? Okay. All right. So as you're kind of, you're helping picking up all these balls. You do pick up an odd one, and then realize it's actually attached to a necklace. And you pick up one of the creatures was wearing a necklace, and on it is 9 beads. So it's like a beaded necklace, like little round balls, and there's 9 of them upon this necklace.
Jewelry. Snack. This is the kind of thing you'd wear in hell, I guess.
Oh, gimme. She's gonna ritually cast identify.
Okay, all right.
It's just like,
so probably by the time you finish kind of casting, obviously not helping everybody pick up stuff. Even Lulu comes and helps pick up some of these kind of balls for you.
she's got Amelia helping.
And you probably spent, you maybe spent like now 20 minutes here. And you finally kind of just about get all of the last one. As you finish casting your spell, and you identify this as a necklace of fireballs.
Right.
Refillable or one-time use per ball?
Or one-time use per ball, but you could throw them all at once.
This should not be in Snack's hands.
But it is.
Doc agrees. Maybe should not be with Snake.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna pick it up and it's just like dangling.
I've had a question for Doc. These ball things we pick up, are they metal?
Yes, they are.
Are they the kind of metal that would be attracted by magnets?
Yes, they are.
Does Doc have a magnet and like a string so we could make the pickup process faster?
We are almost finished.
No, but like in future.
In the future, maybe Doc will make changes.
Because I mean, we're not always going to be in the type of environment where the balls are easy to find. Like if you do it outside, they get lost in the grass or dirt or sand or whatever.
Doc realizes obvious problem. We'll make adjustment for next time.
Magnets. Heck, even magnets on your shoes so you can just walk around and pick them up that way.
That is good idea. If metal wall, maybe Doc walk on wall with magnet and shoe.
That sounds fun.
Daft, what was Snack's alignment beforehand?
You were chaotic good.
Oh.
That sounds like certainly an alignment.
Chaotic is still good.
Oopsies. So this is a necklace that casts fireball. Each little doohickey is a fireball. Does anybody want it? Swing, swing, swing.
It looks quite pretty. Just sent you a picture.
It is pretty.
All right, she'll pop it on.
It's just, yeah, not even asking.
She's like, oh, does anyone want this?
Yeah, basically asking as she's putting it on. No, nobody.
Apparently not.
Yes. I just need to do some mum stuff.
We fire and stuff, so possibly go wrong.
I don't see.
Oh no. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Snack walking around with 9 fireballs hanging off her neck. What could possibly go wrong?
I get one from the shield anyway.
Wanting to change
You
companions
3
into
for the shield.
Luke. Yes.
Oh yeah, speaking of, as a certified professional demon disliker and devil disliker even, do I notice Garguth
Oh, you can't fail but to notice Goku.
guilty? Yeah, okay. I don't recognize him at all, do I? Like,
no.
okay.
Good,
But I
good.
also keep my eye on it.
Yeah, I mean he looked pretty demonic or devilish, you know, just the mouth and the shape of the shield. You can obviously cast divine sense.
Oh yeah, you're so right. I was just thinking, like, normal people don't make shields with faces on them.
Correct.
Why not? You intimidate your adversaries. Makes perfect sense.
I will use my divine sense real quick
Yeah,
to just confirm my fears.
it is definitely a fiend.
Oh, this is shieldy.
Yep. And Lulu is still celestial.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Snack is not anything silly, is she?
Um,
I'm noticing the tail, see, and I feel like that's not what normal people have.
Wait, does that mean you can just see everything around if it has, like, demonic or devilish heritage?
I can.
Yes.
Yes, Chef would. You can tell that Chef has some fiend in him.
Okay.
Kind of obvious.
Yeah, I mean you're like half fiend anyway, so you know you would detect that. And Snubhub or Snack has, although she is not a fiend herself, you can almost see like this fiendish aura around her, just kind of seeping into her. You know, like somebody who has definitely sold shit to fiends.
She's flinging hellfire, right? Or balefire? What do you actually call it? She flings.
She's made some deals.
Well,
Yeah.
regular people don't fling eldritch balls of stuff at things, right?
Okay.
Do
Yeah. Okay.
Would Paladin know that warlocks exist?
Huh? Maybe.
Well, I know that you are all awfully very much demonic.
Hey!
Don't take offense to this.
Significantly more than the regular person.
I am more than the normal person.
I see it literally seeping.
It's seeping off.
Oh, I'm sorry. The cloak she's wearing is also fiendish.
Yeah, well,
the blood
that
cape
one.
that way,
I
maybe?
think that was a given.
Yeah, the blood cape. Yeah.
I suppose I shouldn't have expected anything else, being in hell.
Yeah, feeling the gratitude. For shame.
It's been fun.
Yeah. I was going to send you a description of your new alignment, Knack, but to be honest, just keep being yourself.
Self-absorbed, got it.
Here we thought Paladin would honor the deal. Oh well.
I mean,
And after all,
I agreed to help you. You agreed to help me.
a deal is a deal.
Deal is a deal, and I've seen much more fiendish people than you.
Mm-hmm. None of whom helped you.
You make a very valid argument.
When the chef does that a lot, whether you like the argument or not.
Great heavens.
All
I
right.
think Alex is now thinking, oh god, I'm cooked.
So, okay, do you know all the ins and outs of this too, or are there bits that other parts that you didn't go into or couldn't go into? Because like these, for example, these weren't your lot, so they were here, right? This is some kind
Yeah,
of
was I like aware that we had a whole bunch of little guys?
You were aware that there was tombs. That there was a set of tombs in here that were they never responded to your care. It was almost like they were whether you thought they were like empty, but they certainly weren't your Hell Riders.
Mm-hmm. And you said there was another. There were two special funny places.
I did.
Wait, wait.
Did?
Was the Hellrider tomb here first, or did you just decide to build it into an existing tomb?
You didn't build it.
I don't build it. I was just banished here.
Okay.
Maybe we move in remove other scrolls. Finished job.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Remove any other undead presence that this place may have. I mean, smiting undead, that's part of your deal, right?
It is.
Let's do that.
Okay. So I assume that this, like these skeleton fellas, were part of the first of the secret, funny, silly places, or were they not?
So the first secret room was where the papers were, and there is one other room that's similar to that.
Okay. Let's go that way, because I'm pretty sure they probably want to go that way.
Well, is that where these things came from?
Didn't make
No.
caskets on the walls.
Can we locate where these things came from?
Yeah, so this room here, there was several caskets in this room. All the lids have been taken off.
Wrong way. Nothing else in the caskets?
No. Sorry, this was actually I completely forget what I said. Sorry, it was an iron urn heaped with human bones squats in that alcove at the end of the hall. There's a carved relief showing a column of mounted knights charging through the portal into a fiery hellscape. However, most of the bones and the trail of these creatures have come from this urn.
Is there anything else in the urn?
There's some more bones.
But they're not activated.
No,
They're not awake.
not at this point.
They're probably just bones. So we want to go to the other silly secret room.
Yes, you do.
Which I canonically do know the exact location of, but
Among the bones that are still in there, can I identify, I don't know, vertebrae at all?
Yes.
I just figure I'd take a bunch of them and smash them.
Okay. All right.
Gonna look kind of stupid reanimating with a neck.
All right. You start desecrating the bones of the dead.
Yep.
I mean,
I there'll be more guardian things.
They're not my Hollow Riders. Probably slightly less averse to it, but I'm also probably slightly averse to it because you are desecrating the dead.
No, you seem to say this is
you
where
wouldn't
those.
like it.
You seem to say
Yeah.
this is where the Tomb Guardian things would come from. If there's more Tomb Guardians that could come out of there, then maybe destroying the things that connects their head to their body would, make them not function.
But if they are simply just bones, then there is no point in destroying them.
Suddenly having a zombie servant is not so bad.
I mean,
Awful.
I don't know how magical religious things work. I'm guessing as I go here. You guys have got knowledge about these things. I'm just trying to make do. I cook things.
Do not continue destroying these bones.
Fine. I said, deal with them.
They're only worth destroying if they are causing harm to us.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. You make your way through several more rooms. The urns in these rooms are still intact.
Ooh.
But they're also at peace, so they will not be disturbed.
Yeah. Lulu goes here. And again, you quickly, in its alcove, you quickly kind of touch a few panels, and the door slides open, and again you can see a room filled with mist. I will move you, Chef.
Yep. Hey, cool.
I also can't step into this one, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You have strange limitations.
Gonna wave the smoke away a bit to make sure there's no binding circle on the floor straight away.
You can see another rune. Yep. So there is another binding circle here.
Since she saw Doc do it last time, she's gonna cast Prestidigitation.
Where's the obvious entrance that Olanthius could guard for the inevitable Tomb Guardians that will try to interrupt? Because you seem like a solid doorstop.
They were like back here, weren't
they? You know it's a circular. You're in a circular area. They could come by either side.
Oh,
great. I'll go this side then.
Would you like Doc to cover other side?
If you wish. Let's stand like here, maybe. Okay, I just saw like a whole bunch of mystery tokens just fade into the black.
I don't know what you mean.
Nothing. There's nothing in the darkness. Don't look.
Snack is going, while they're all moving around, she's just like trying to impress Doc because she saw him do it, right?
Yeah.
So she's gonna move the dust or whatever it is to
Fog.
the runes though.
Yeah.
The binding circle ritual.
Yeah, you kind of clear the fog out of the way. You can see the runes. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna try to adjust the runes with prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll Arcana.
Because she wants to do it just to sign her name. Do I still have guidance, or would that have fallen off by now?
That would have gone.
Signing your name in a binding circle.
Which you successfully sign your name and bind your name to the circle.
What a good idea.
Does it break the spell?
You think it does? Yeah.
I mean, you're already signed to Garguth. So you see, we're using
You
that as a
guys
weapon.
wouldn't see it unless you're looking.
That's fine. You're using it. You're using your contract as a weapon now. That's interesting.
It's just something Snack would do.
Not does Snack see lots of paper with names.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Talk is ready.
Does anything happen?
Well, no. What are you doing?
I have to blow it up, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Can I quickly just move to probably here and set a reaction to hit any hostile?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I can also do firewall, correct?
You can.
I'll do firewall inside there.
Okay, so you create like where the runes were. You just create a wall of fire.
Yeah.
Okay,
burn
right.
it all off.
That will tap out Garguth for the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as you do this, all the parchments burn up very rapidly, and all the urns around you kind of shatter, and you can see the last of these ghosts rise. And as you watch, kind of the smoke fills the room. Everybody else just gets this sort of sense of yes, something's coming.
Oh my god! Holy frick, can I use divine sense again?
Absolutely.
I figure out which way they're coming from?
Sure. What's the
Oh.
radius?
Pretty mighty. 60 feet, not behind total cover.
60 feet, not behind total cover. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You ping undead heading your way.
Okay.
Can we hear them coming?
No.
Olympius will say, there are undead coming towards me.
From where? What direction?
Where I'm at.
Where is Olympius?
Great, which direction? This way, I'm assuming?
Yes, from there, yeah.
Based on the murderous looking tokens lurking in the shadows?
Based on the murderous looking tokens based on the shadows, you can roll initiative.
Yeah.
Blocking the doorway would be great.
While everyone's doing this, looking around for the bad guys thing, can Snack just get out her journal and quickly copy down
God damn it.
copy the binding ritual, just to like, this is what it would have done, or this is what it looked like?
Sure.
Cool.
Has everybody rolled initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm definitely not afraid.
You're definitely not afraid. No. 10, 20, 30. You sense this creature approaching you. But even before it gets to you, you can feel this aura draining the essence from you.
Oh,
Yeah. You take 5
aura.
points of necrotic damage.
How much?
5.
Ooh, double digits! It's so clever.
Lulu fluttered around, looking a little bit scared. Oleanthius.
Hi.
Hi.
Let's get jiggy with it.
Are you looking at these creatures?
I know Oleanthius would, but I really don't wanna. I really don't wanna.
You can't help but look into the death eyes of these creatures. You've got to make a con save.
Uh-huh. Okay. 17.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
Sauce.
You do recognize them. You've sort of seen them in your travels around Avernus.
Yeah. I don't like them, do I?
Not particularly.
Yeah, also, go in, but I also don't want to go in. See. Yeah, how wonderful, how normal.
Oh, ew.
Freaks, for real. By the way, you did just give us that whole stat block.
Don't worry about it.
I want to cast one of my silly spells, but I also want to save it for Smite, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, your Shield of Faith would have dropped.
Oh yeah. These guys are all wisdom saves as well, which sucks. Okay, let's just get G with it. Let's cast protection from evil and good.
Okay.
Myself, obviously.
Yep.
So creatures of these types have disadvantage on attack rolls against me. I can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Yeah.
Yep.
I want to go for him, but that will put me way out of range. Okay, I'll move. I'm gonna stand right here, looking them dead in the eyes.
Yep.
I'm gonna set a reaction to hit them when they come close.
Okay.
And that is turn. Obviously.
Doc and Boris. You see this creature come around a corner. You can first of all make 2 Constitution saving throws, or a Constitution saving throw each, rather. Please.
Now, Doc will use a Flash of Genius
Okay.
to up his own, which will take it to 16.
Okay, so upping your own work, but that means Boris fails. Boris takes 16 points of psychic damage.
Okay, I don't know how to mark it on Boris's sheet.
Boris only has 1 hit point, as far as I can see.
Boris has 52 hit points.
Okay, let's edit that. Okay, I'll put it on his token.
I don't know where they're coming from. Up top or down below?
With me.
I think the answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
They're coming from right here, guys. Right here. That way.
Yeah.
I see you've been to Avernus before.
Seeing that he is actually being challenged by something, Doc will actually run out to meet it. And at this point, he's actually going to swing his warhammer at it twice.
Oh, bring out the big guns, sir.
Sure, big guns. Sorry, wrong one. Oh, that's not going to work.
No. Yeah, you just wildly missed.
And that will be the second one.
The second one does hit as you slam into this thing. These twisted souls are quite almost quite terrifying. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, but I will use my bonus action to command Boris to move and attack it.
Okay. Yep, go for it. Yep, Boris takes a big chunk out of it.
And that will be my turn.
Cool. At the end of your turn, you both take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Knack.
Yeah. So, Ollie, I can hear from both directions.
Yes.
Okay. I think I would go towards Doc just because I know him longer.
Cool.
I love hearing that based on what I can see in front of me right now.
I'm sorry.
As you come around the corner, you see this hideous creature, and you look at it straight in the eyes. Make a Constitution saving throw.
And scream.
As it, you take 16 points of psychic damage as you see your inevitable death in its eyes.
Oh God, that's not good. Okay. I I had it here a second ago. Bane. Going to bane it.
Okay. Doesn't that affect multiple creatures?
Hey, does
You
it?
can only see. Yep, it does. Up to 3, but you can only see 1.
Okay. Fudge,
You can still
fudge.
do it, of course.
Nope. I'll just do the default hex.
Okay.
And then Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast.
You both hit, so 13 points of damage. See bolts slam into it.
Snack is equally as shocked that they hit.
As you should be. Is that the end of your turn?
I would like to take one more step back, but I don't know if I have the movement. I was here.
10, 20. You've moved 20 feet so far.
I'll just like take a scooch that way.
Cool.
So I'm not in line of sight.
No worries. Finished?
Yes.
5 points of necrotic damage.
Why?
You just feel this deathly chill emanating from these creatures.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Chef.
So Olanthius is at that doorway up there?
Yes.
Alright. I think Chef's move is to go to there and to shoot down the corridor.
Go for it. So as you aim and shoot, you look at this creature in the eyes.
Oh shit.
Constitution saving throw?
On save, yes.
This will end badly. Ends very badly.
You get +3 for You get +3 thanks to being next to Oleanthius.
That makes 8. That is not good.
Okay, Chef, you look into the eyes of this creature and you see your inevitable demise. You die.
Yep.
Okay. You are on 0 hit points.
I hate these things.
Hey? Chef's dead.
Chef just kind of collapses upon the floor.
What? Why?
Because their death gaze is deadly. If you fail.
Fuck?
If you fail by 5 or more, I fail by exactly 5.
Even with
What?
Oleanthius' benefit, you still, unless you can buff that, unless you can find somewhere buffing that 5, you are, you're just dropped. You see your inevitable death when it comes true.
Yeah, it's bound to happen one day.
Another soul coin, I guess.
Is he dead?
Lifelong companions.
Wait. Is he dead or just
Sorry.
0 hit?
You're just on 0.
Okay. So he's sleepy time. Then I have to start making. I have to start making death saves or something, right?
Yeah.
Which would be fine if these things also didn't have the necrotic aura that automatically deals damage at the end of your turn.
If they're close enough.
Yeah.
Which I imagine they'll get close enough soon. Excellent.
Yeah, won't take them long. Which puts us to around the corner comes 10, 20, 30, another one. And around the corner comes 10, 20, 30, another one. There's now 3 at each entrance, which puts us to the top of the round. Okay, and I think with Chef lying on the floor in unconscious state of nasty death, I think it's probably a good time to call it.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's diabolic.
Oh, god dang it. Okay. Well, we're leaving it there. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Chirp, and everyone else for being here tonight. Or welcome, Chirp, and thank you to everyone for being here tonight. And see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.